Hello and welcome to Mickeyology. I'm Austin Rathall. This past Christmas, I posted a video ranking Disney's 3 film adaptations of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol: Mickey's Christmas Carol, The Muppet Christmas Carol, and the 2009 Jim Carrey version of A Christmas Carol. However, I was watching Disney Plus with my daughter recently and stumbled onto another Disney adaptation of this story. If you haven't heard of this adaptation, don't be surprised. Disney never advertised it as an adaptation of A Christmas Carol, and if you started watching the movie, you wouldn't immediately realize it was a retelling of old Scrooge's story. I didn't realize this was a version of A Christmas Carol until the movie was almost over, but upon rewatching it, I realized it was a beat-for-beat retelling of that story. Now, I'd like to share the secrets of Disney's stealth Christmas Carol adaptation with you. Let's explore all the nods to Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol in Disney's Springtime with Roo. Springtime with Roo is a 2004 direct-to-video installment in the Winnie-the-Pooh saga. In the beginning, it seems like an original story. It opens on Easter Day with Roo and friends going to Rabbit's house for an Easter egg hunt. Then Rabbit shows up, and instead of hosting an Easter egg hunt, he wrangles his friends into helping with spring cleaning. So the Scrooginess begins. Disney animators gave Rabbit a Victorian-style top hat, much like those worn by virtually every cinematic Scrooge. When he gets frustrated with his friends, Rabbit drives them away, just as Scrooge drives his nephew, the charity workers, and a young caroler away from his office. The gang leaves Rabbit's house disappointed, but then Tigger goes back to see if he can persuade Rabbit to lighten up. However, hijinks ensue, and Tigger arrives in Rabbit's living room looking like a ghost, a nod to Marley's ghost, who comes to redeem Scrooge in A Christmas Carol.
Oh, come on, Rabbit. Aren't we ever gonna have another Easter egg hunt again?
No, not never ever. Never again.
But you used to love Easter!
To help Rabbit remember his love of Easter, Tigger takes him into the past, just like the ghost of Christmas Past does in A Christmas Carol. Tigger doesn't fly Rabbit to the past, though. Since they live inside a book, Tigger just takes him back several pages. There, Rabbit sees an Easter party from his past, just like the Christmas party Scrooge sees from his past. Like Scrooge, Rabbit gets upset at this vision of the past and tells his guide to leave him alone. Like the ghost of Christmas Past, Tigger departs, and Rabbit returns to the present. But then the narrator takes Rabbit to Roo's house. Rabbit spies on Roo the way Scrooge spies on the Cratchit family. Despite how grouchy Rabbit was earlier, Roo wishes he could cheer Rabbit up.
When Rabbit stopped being the Easter Bunny, he lost his favorite thing of all. I wish I could make Rabbit happy.
This echoes the scene from A Christmas Carol in which Scrooge sees the Cratchit family toasting his health despite how mean Scrooge has always been to Bob Cratchit. And Roo is this story's Tiny Tim. Finally, the narrator takes Rabbit to the future, where he finds that because he mistreated his friends, they all moved away from the 100-acre wood. That's what happens when your neighbor cancels the Easter egg hunt. You have no choice but to move to a more Easter-friendly neighborhood. This is where the Christmas Carol references get really overt. Like Scrooge, Rabbit becomes distraught at seeing his bleak future. Then Rabbit pleads with the narrator and swears he'll change, and his dialogue becomes almost identical to Scrooge's.
Narrator, you said that the pages of the future haven't been written yet. So, does that mean these words can be changed?
Spirit! Are these the shadows of things that will be, or shadows of things that may be?
Rabbit then kneels on the white page of the storybook the same way Scrooge kneels in the snow at the graveyard. In other versions of A Christmas Carol, Scrooge is horrified to see his own grave awaiting him. In the Mickey Mouse and Jim Carrey versions, Scrooge even dangles above the grave, while hellish flames wait to consume him. Rabbit sees a horrifying vision too. When he opens his trunk of Easter decorations, he finds it's empty. Like Scrooge, Rabbit finally wakes and finds himself in his own home the next morning. Once again, he speaks dialogue almost identical to Scrooge's.
I want to jump like a jackrabbit. I'm as giddy as a school buddy.
I'm as happy as an angel. I'm as merry as a schoolboy.
After gathering his Easter decorations, we get the classic Scrooge fake-out. In the novel, Scrooge tricks Bob into thinking that he's angry with him about being late for work the day after Christmas, only to then surprise Bob with a raise. In Springtime with Roo, Rabbit tricks his friends into thinking he still hates Easter, only to surprise them with an Easter party. Then Rabbit says,
Happy Easter, everyone!
A very obvious nod to Tiny Tim's famous line,
God bless us, everyone.
Finally, as if all these references weren't clear enough, Tigger drops this line.
What the Dickens? And I do mean Dickens. is going on here?
We even get a shot of Rabbit carrying Roo the way Scrooge carries Tiny Tim in many versions of A Christmas Carol. So there you have it. Those are the nods and references to Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol in Springtime with Roo. Now, if you watch this movie with your kids, you can point out all of the Dickensian references, and I'm sure your little ones will be very impressed with your literary knowledge. Are there any Christmas Carol references I missed? If so, let me know in the comments. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and consider supporting the show on Patreon. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.